All right, we're back at the Slater Rock Shop. We hadn't posted a video in a while. We've had some bad weather up here, and we're in South Carolina. And Slater Rock Shop's really in Sunset, but we're based out of Marietta. But we're putting the old 85 GMC Jimmy up for sale. So if you're looking to get one, it's a pretty good candidate. It's not perfect. Gonna do a little video so you can kind of see all the good and the bad. It's a Sierra Classic, so you know this means it's kind of top of the line. Had AC originally. The compressor, there's not a compressor in it right now. We've LS swapped it, and want you to know that we did use a GMC Yukon XL, I think a 01. So it's all GMC parts. Don't worry, you know you're going to get a GMC Jimmy, and it's got a Chevrolet motor. It's going to have a GMC 5.3 liter in it if you buy it. So we've done a few custom mods here. It's got a 4-inch lift, and I think about 33.5-inch Patagonias here. They're like new almost. It's not really a rust bucket at all. It's got a little bit of rust in some places, but these fenders look good here. And someone has put a new rocker over here. It's not perfect, but it's in there. And the floor pans they're fair. Had a little paint on them, touch up. So we put some custom seats in here, some best tops from they're really for a Jeep. We went with some just regular old best top Jeep seats. Hopefully it won't cause any electrical problems down the road, you know, having Jeep parts in here, but we should be okay. So the seats sit good, the sliders work and all that. It's got the old tilt column, which let's make sure it tilts. Oh, well, hard to get that in there, but it does tilt, so that works. All right, so that's the interior. It's in decent shape. The rear seat, let's go around to the other side to see the rear seat. So this seat still has, everything works like it should in 85. So it's still got the ejector seat stuff hooked up. All that's been welded and fabbed on there. And the floor pan, you can see they're not perfect. Let's see, there's a little hole there. And there's a little hole there, but you know they're in decent shape. It's not a show truck, but a good truck to use. So here's the back seat. It's still got the original back seat, little folding mechanism there, and it's not perfect. It's a little dirty. There's a couple tears in it, but it's good to haul the kids and the dogs in. So flip her back down, and still got the original vinyl in the back. Which is in good shape. There's no rust underneath that back area at all. It's in very good shape. Still waiting on some seat belts. I need some bolts for these, and I need the buckles there. I don't have that yet, so that's one thing that's not quite ready yet. So we might can negotiate on the price a hair. We converted the windows, put brand new seals in the windows and all that, and we converted them to manual. So they work great. Don't have to worry about those electric motors making a bunch of racket and going real slow. And also, if you want to take the doors off for the summertime and ride around, you just unbolt them. Don't worry about wiring, take them right off. And the same way with the back, I believe it's a factory manual window. We put a new lock cylinder, and it's got the manual crank. Works great. That down. And there's the tailgate. Got some new straps. So if you're looking to purchase this, just give me a shout here. Not good at video editing, so we'll just have to put it on paper there. There's the email address. So if you're interested in buying this, I'm looking for around $10,000. You know, it's an 85. It's been LS swapped. We're going to get into the drivetrain next. But just shoot me an email right there and put GMC Jimmy in the subject so I know that's what you're emailing about. And let's go ahead and pop the hood. And there's your OBD port. So if you want to scan it for codes, you can hook up, scan it, tune it, whatever. It's the motor and trans probably have over 200,000. We did put a Texas Speed stage 2 cam in, rear main seal, front cover gasket, you know, valve cover gasket, your normal stuff. So it doesn't leak all over the place. The trans shifts like it should, a 4L60E. But the wiring, we like to keep it simple, so we use all the factory wiring out of the 01 GMC. There's the fuse box and the battery. Use the factory air cleaner. And it's got the K and N there for the 500 extra ponies you get with that. So the AC stuff is there, but it will need a compressor and wire it in to work if you want the AC to work. Still got the manual fan set up, and it's got the coveted Vortex cover there. So it's official, it's Vortex swap. So it's about a 01 GMC Yukon 5.3 stage 2 Texas Speed cam. It's got over 200,000 on it. The oil pressure is excellent, it sounds excellent, runs excellent. No ticks, no knocks. I can show you on the cluster the oil pressure. And the transfer case, this was kind of neat. I had to get this out of a 91. Not getting much light under here. But it's a 91 Suburban 241C transfer case. Got a little skid plate there too. And it has the VSS in it, so no adapters required. It bolted right to the 4L60. It's all hooked up like it should be. No adapters needed, just bolts right in. And same way with the drive shafts. Able to use the drive shafts out of the 85. They work fine. So this is a running, driving truck, ready to drive anywhere, good brakes. Just ready to drive, a good driver. If you got any questions, you can put it down in the comments or just email me, whatever you want to do. But she is for sale. We're looking for about, you know, $10,000, give or take. So just shout at me. Let me know what you think. Here's a good picture of the front grille. There's a little damage there on the bumper. There's a little bend in it. Took a little nick there. So this truck isn't perfect. It's a nice truck. The frame's, you know, solid and looks good, but there is, see, a little bit of rust right there, and you got a little bit there. So I mean, it's not perfect, but it's in good shape. It's still got the original little frame cover here. You don't see that a lot. That's pretty sharp right there. So as far as the wiring goes too, it's so simple to hook these in. So there's not just wires everywhere. It's got the factory harness, looks factory, and then there's just a few wires down here. You just need a power wire from your switch to the fuse block. There's let's see, just a couple more. You have one for the torque converter, one for the OBD port down there. So it's just a few wires coming out of here. It's not just a mess of wires and, oh, where does this go to? It's real simple wired up, and there's a main fuse for it right there for the main power to this grill. So we'll go ahead and crank it. It's got some flow masters on it, so it'll be a little loud, but let's fire it up. Oh yeah. You can see, yeah, oil pressure, voltage. Yeah, pressure's good. Fuel gauge. And this is a drive-by cable, not a drive-by wire, so it's just been hooked into the factory pedal. Yeah, so that's about it. The speedometer is broken. So that's a couple things about this vehicle. And it's not perfect. If you want the speedometer working, you actually have to get one out of a 90 or 91 K5 or Suburban, so it'll work with the VSS, because that is for a regular cable-driven speedometer. So yeah, if you got any more questions, holler at me. Yeah, It's a pretty sharp old truck. The top could use some seals. The top does have, someone had like some type of roof rack on it. So I've got, here, I'll just jump up here and show you. I had to tape up some stuff so it won't leak. So there's a little tape right there, there, and there. If you wanted to put another roof rack on it, you could. There's some surface rust up there on the top, but no holes in it. You can see the top seal's not in the best shape. It could use a new top seal. But the front windows, they have new seals. The back glass has new seals. So all that stuff's working good. There's been a lot of work done, a little bit more, and it'll be a really nice ride. So once again, there's the email. Just shout at me. Let me know if you want to make an offer. We're in South Carolina in the upstate, Slater Rock Shop, so just holler at me.